morning, family. It's your boy KCFL, King Seth for Life Wrestling Takes, here to talk about the festivities that took place over the weekend and Monday Night Raw, or as what I always like to call it, Rematches Always Weekly. So as of right now, H is going hard trying to get Will Ospreay, this young lady named Juliana, I think that's how you say her name. All I know is she was the face of Stardom, the Stardom women's wrestling stuff, which is the Joshi wrestlers. And so H&M was trying to get her. I don't know, maybe she might go over there. I don't know, because I know a lot of people was like, when's she supposed to be coming to AEW? But listen, if she come to E, fine. I ain't got a problem with it. I know there's a lot of hardcore AEW heads that's somewhere crying about it. I'm not. I'm like, if that's where she want to go, fine. She can join Kyrie Sane and them, because I know she know all them. She know Kyrie and Oscar and EO and all them. You know, she go over there, and then she can tangle it up with Bianca. She can tangle it up with Charlotte. She can tangle it up with Becky. She can tangle it up with Jade. She can tangle it up with Bailey. You know what I'm saying? So if she want to go over there, all means, do what you got to do. You know, I ain't tripping about it. It was another young lady. I think her name was Sariyaya or something like that. I might be saying her name. She was another one. She might be going to the back. Well, I think she was there, but then she left or something like that. But it is what it is. Like I said, look, 2024 is going to be a crazy year concerning wrestling promotions, because free agency is about to be off the charts. That's how crazy 2024 in wrestling gonna be. It's just nuts. All the free agencies between all promotions, regardless if it's New Japan, TNA, aka Impact, WWE, AEW, you name it. Free agency is about to be crazy. So, like I said, Will Ospreay, I know a lot of people was thinking he was gonna come over to the AEW, but him going back and forth and tweeting Seth Rollins, I don't know. He might just head over to the E. He just might. I could say, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I thought he was gonna come and join his boys, but nope. He want to come join Seth Rollins and stuff. By all means, hey, do what you got to do. I'm pretty sure the match is gonna be off the chain. What else I need to talk about before I get into this episode of Raw? No, let's go ahead and talk about it. Raw, live from Pennsylvania, which was, I would say, it was probably a city that was real close to Philly, because Michaels and them had, I'm talking about Michael Cole. Michael Cole and them had the WWE Eagles Championship belt that was right there that you can purchase from WWEshop.com or whatever. The crowd, okay, so they made noises for a few things, but for the most part, they were just sitting on their hands and knees, just sitting there. We opened the show with Seth Rollins talking about how he's still the champ, which he shouldn't be. That fool should be somewhere on it. He should be somewhere chilling right now, but no, they really want him with this title, and honestly, it's really done. I mean, it was cool when he won it at first, but now it's overdone. Like I said, these long man title reigns that the E do that with everybody. Long man title reigns that really don't benefit nobody. The only long man title reign that should be going on right now is Reigns. That's it, Roman Reigns. He's the only one. Everybody else don't need to be having a year-long reign, but that's what they've been doing. H doing the same thing over and over again. Like I said, fools told me H is hot. H know what he doing. No, he don't. Seth was talking about how he overcame Drew and all of that, but he said he wanted to call out the man who's responsible for Damian Priest not cashing in on him. So if Seth Rollins is in the back, if Sami Zayn is in the back, I would like for Sami to come on out right now. The crowd goes nuts. He comes out, and I'm sitting up and saying, are we going to get Sami versus Seth in the main event of Raw? That's exactly what happened. And I'm like, once again, WWE don't know how to book heels versus baby faces, and they don't know what they're doing, man. They literally don't know what they're doing. I was like, I literally watched that, and I just sat up and said, wow, what the clown are we doing? What honestly are we doing? that match would have made a whole lot more sense if Drew McIntyre won that thing. But nope. They said no. So they got that crowd hyped up. Sammy was talking about he don't really know if he should deserve a shot and all this bull jive. Just bull jiving. Typical bull jive from Sammy and them, just saying anything, But Seth said, you want this shot, I'm gonna give it to you right now. So he gave him the shot, and that was that. The Judgement Day was in the back. Damian Priest, all of them. Dom, Mommy, JD Madonna, Finn, sitting there looking goofy as possible. And he talked about he had to go to Adam Pearce to make Sami Zayn give back his briefcase. I said, what was the point of Sami stealing that thing if Adam Pearce was just gonna make him give it back? I honestly, like I said, he just doing anything. I'm telling y'all, they just doing anything. Literally anything. Later on, we would get Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus the New Day. You know the script. When you look like a clown and they have nothing else better for you, you beat the brakes off of 2 other clowns. And that's exactly what Triple H had. I told you at this point, the New Day are nothing more than enhancement talent. They're not there to elevate nothing. There's no storylines going on with Kofi and Xavier Woods. Absolutely nothing. They're just there to be there. I told you, when you come to the E, you're booked like a clown. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Especially when you black. You just come to the E and they book you like you don't matter. That's all you're there for. So the women's situation. Triple H, I see he got something from the Tony Khan book. When you don't know how to book the women, you put them in a battle royal. They literally gave us a portion of what the women's Royal Rumble is going to be this coming next year. They literally did. By having the Raw women up in there, and a whole bunch of them actually looked like they had no business being in the ring. I saw that mess. I was like, and before the match, it was a backstage segment with Shayna Baszler and Zoey Starks, and the 2 of them were acting like they were homegirls, but at the end of the day, it's all about every woman for themselves. Nia Jax walked up, Becky walked up, talking bull jibes to one another, talk about the only reason why you was irrelevant because I broke your face. And then she said, well, last I checked, your behind got fired. So, basically just them talking bull jive to one another, you know the script. But yeah, the women's thing, like, look here. The young lady that's with the Creed brothers, I forgot her name. I would have actually tolerated her getting the win because she's a babyface, right? Rhea's a heel, right? And I'm sitting up here saying, why the heck are we having Zoey Starks win who's a heel? We can't root for neither one. I can't root for Zoey and I can't root for Rhea. So what are we doing? What the heck is you doing, bro? You had that young lady right there. She was actually having a nice showcase of where she was getting rid of folk and everything, but she got eliminated by Nia Jax, who the whole rest of the girls, all of them, they got together and said, let's get rid of Nia Jax. I'm like, Nia Jax is already eliminated. How the heck you get rid of somebody that's already that's eliminated? I'm just trying to make sense of it, man. Yeah, just trying. But I would have had her win. I would have had old girl that's with the Creed brothers. I would have had her win because she had a nice showing. She's a baby face, right? And I know a lot of people don't really know who she is, but I'm like, well, she gets a nice showing. It's like out of nowhere because when nobody see her winning. The fact they had Zoey Starks, who's a heel. And then another thing I'm asking, why the heck was Rhea not out there? Rhea should have been on commentary talking bull jive. Talking about I beat, which she claimed, she said 4 of the best women in the women's locker room in the WWE, which is a flat out lie. I probably only tolerate 2 of them that was in that match. The rest of them was just jobbers. But she should have been on commentary just talking bull jive, and then whoever would have won, she would have been right there, and then we would have got that confrontation right out there at the beginning or whatever. But nope, that's not what they did. That's not what they did. Zoey Starks is going to be facing Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series. Am I looking forward to this match? Not really. I can't root for neither one of them, and we already know Rhea's winning. So it's a foregone conclusion. You know, will they have a nice showcases? Probably. Listen, when cats want to show up to work, they'll show up. But like I said, I really have no interest in the match. Like I said, it'll probably be a decent match because, like I said, when Rhea want to show up, listen, Rhea is starting to turn. I hate to say it, fools are gonna be mad at me when I'm about to say this. You're gonna be mad, but Rhea is starting to become Charlotte Flair because of how she acts when she's in the ring. Now, I'm not saying she's Charlotte Flair because she's a white woman. No. I'm saying she's becoming Charlotte Flair based on how she wrestles, because Rhea Ripley picks and chooses when she wants to go out there and give you a banger. She's just like Charlotte. Charlotte does the same exact thing. Charlotte is very mediocre in the mid. She's very mid in the ring. But when Charlotte wants to show up and showcase that she's a good wrestler, she does. So who knows? Maybe her and Zoey might give us a decent match at Survivor Series. But as of right now, I honestly don't give a crap. What else happened on the show? A garbage segment with Alpha Academy and Tozawa. I'm sitting up asking myself, what the clown are we doing here? These unfunny segments aren't going anywhere. And then come to find out, they had a fatal four-way to determine who was going to face Gunther at Survivor Series. I said, wait, what? You telling me that we're not doing my man? I thought we was going to get Chad Gable versus Gunther at Survivor Series. They make the most sense if you ask me. It literally made the most sense if you ask me. That match was trash, man. So, to make it was Ricochet, R-Bar, Bronson Reed, and The Miz. So, it was a spot. Bronson Reed botched it. He jumped. R-Var jumped on Ricochet, and then The Miz just gonna jump out of nowhere. So R-Var and The Miz are both pinning Ricochet and Bronson Reed, and the ref is looking, and so Ricochet, I guess he was supposed to kick out. He kicked out, and then the ref just looked over at The Miz pinning Bronson Reed. I said, we are literally trying to push The Miz as a babyface. Why? I'm not going to give a rat's behind about The Miz versus Gunther for the IC title at Survivor Series. Did you get a hold of Tony Khan's crack? Man, did you literally get a hold of Tony Khan's crack? Because you did. This is unacceptable, man. This is So, we get to the main event because I'm skipping the rest of the show. Sammy versus Seth for the title. That was a decent match, but Sammy wasn't winning. So after the match, Judgement Day came out. Then after Judgment Day came out, Cody came out, Jay came out, and then Adam Pearce got on. He got up on the mic. He got in there with all the cats and security, everybody, and he said, "You know what? Screw all this. You guys want to go to war? I'm tired of the games. We're gonna have war games. It's gonna be Cody, Jay, Sammy, and Seth versus the Judgment Day." I said, that's the men's war game match. That's literally the men's war game match. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not really that excited about Survivor Series. We still got the women's to go. Maybe I could probably get excited for the women, but as of right now, I don't really care. So I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at you.